Welcome to my classroom, finally! When you first walk in, I have a place for the kids to put their money and notes, and I have envelopes for them to put lunch money in and little notes back there for parents to fill out if they need them. Any homework that we might have or any work that we do during the day goes in there. These are our turn-in trays. I have our emergency bag for when we have a fire drill or a storm drill. It's just a little decoration, and this little clippy thing came from Target, and it's going to be for pickup notes and things so I can remember things like that. Up here I have my pineapple banner that says, "Be a pineapple, stand tall, wear a crown, sweet on the inside, thick outside." And then this is part of my 100s doodlebug. So we celebrate the 100th day. There's my treasure chest. When kids fill up their work card, they get to pick out of that. Here are our book bins where the kids keep their just right books so they can read during reading time. I have all their folders ready to go for when they come. Here's our germ juice, Germ-X, Band-Aid box, pickup passes, bus list, class list, stars for the star jar when they do something awesome. Here are our box tops, and these are the pick sticks that you saw me making the other day. They're all done. Over here I have my easel. It's ready for foundations to learn letter formation. And then on top I have all my seasonal books everywhere, and I've got my ABC activities for my ABC boot camp, which I will explain later. Those are all on there. Over here is my listening station. And I've got 2 back-to-school books about cats. I've got Pete the Cat rocking in my school shoes and Splat and the Cool School Trip. So they're all ready to go. Here's my data wall for reading. We do Fontes and Pinnell leveling testing. So we're supposed to have our goal for the quarter, and then if we reach our goal, that goes in the other little pocket. And then this is tracking the entire quarter. Over here are my math drawers with Tunstall's guided math bundle in them, 1 through 9, the entire year's worth. And then there is my rotation system for math stations and kind of the math rules or how we do things. This is my Tattle Monster. If they have something to tell me that's a tattle, they can tell the Tattle Monster. I made these little notes to feed the Tattle Monster so they can write, it's upside down. They can write, "Johnny made a mean look at me," or whatever, and then put it in the Tattle Monster, and the Tattle Monster will eat the tattle and get rid of it. And there's a little sign I found somewhere. These little candle things light up. They change colors with LED. There's a little owl and a little nest of baby owls that one of my students' parents gave me a few years back. I thought that was so cute. Here are the voice levels, and we go by numbers. So we say, oh, it's a level 2 or it's a level 1. And we learn about those. Here is our centers wheel for literacy centers. Each kid is in a color group, and I move the wheel each day, and they get to choose either 2 of the centers choices for that day, but there are different things built inside each choice, so they have plenty of things to do. This is the What Stuck With You Today chart that I got from Jennuine Teaching, and they just ask them a question like an exit ticket, and they write it on a post-it note and stick it to their student number before they leave or before you move on to the next activity. Here are the class iPads. We will have more, but they are on the big cart right now. Here's my classroom library with some new book bins. I'm so excited. I do not level my classroom library because I figure when a student goes to the bookstore or goes to a public library, those books are not leveled. They just choose what interests them. And so that's what they do in here. And I organize them by genre. So these are my science and social studies things. Over here, I have my Phonics Centers, 1 for each day of the week. These are my literacy centers, and they're leveled by group. We have green and orange, and over here, pink and purple, and the kids will know which drawers to go to once I put them in groups. These are sight word magnets. They can pick one of these, and then I have magnetic letters down here that they can spell the words. Here's some more of the classroom library. I've got character books like Froggy and David and Franklin and Arthur and Clifford. And then I have chapter books and Just Right small, easy books in these little bins. Those are some more word work things. There's our privacy folders. There's the book hospital in case something gets broken or damaged. I can try to fix it. Here are the books the class makes, and I've saved them over the years so students can read previous ones. That other big bin over there is magazines. I have lots of science magazines for kids. Here is our writing wall. I'm sure you've all seen the big pencil on Pinterest. I think I may have gotten that from Kara Carroll, First Grade Parade. Either that or her site sent me to the site where it came from, one of the two. Here is from one fab teacher, the I'm finished now what board, because how many of you have heard, I'm done, what do I do? Even though you've told them explicitly, here are 3 things you can do when you're finished, and they still don't get it. So we're going to learn all of the choices on this I'm finished now what board so they can go do something productive when they finish early. There's Mr. Smiley, he's our class mascot, has been forever. These are writing menus that I've made up to go with what is in each drawer here. So a student can look at the menu, choose what writing thing they want to do, and pull it out of the drawer. I have like making lists, books, what else? My friends, just all kinds of different activities. Here are some beginning writing things. I've got blank paper for students who aren't able to write very well yet. I have this one with the story paper at the story box paper at the top and then writing lines at the bottom. And this is for sticker stories, so I have a whole bunch of stickers in this little drawer thingy. This one is for ones who like to write a lot, so there are lots of writing lines on that. Up here we have different pens that we use for writing. So this is for, the green is for rough draft, the red is for editing, and the blue is for adding details. That way they don't go back and erase their paper a billion times. Here's extra crayons in case they've lost a color. They can come grab one. There's a children's thesaurus they can use. And then in here, these are little like writing prompt flip books, story starters that they can use if they don't know what to write about. Up here, I just have a poster and some different hand signals if they're having trouble, if they totally got it, so I can kind of gauge their level of understanding. These are math tubs from Reagan Tunstall. They're just full of supplies, but later the students will be able to choose a tub to play with a partner. There'll be games. They're down there. More of the library. These books here are extras of things like from the old Basil series, and so they may go away. But those, anything that has a label on it, the kids can choose from. But if it doesn't have a label, like that one is not books, but they can choose from that. But like that is not for the kids to choose because they don't have stickers on the back. I've labeled all of my books. See, Magic School Bus, and it matches the book bin label, so they know where to put them back. There's the center drawers again. My glue sponges, and then these are math station type things. It's got for my rotation board, I have like math fact practice, and I have some timers in there so they can work on their fluency. Here are alternative seating options back here. I have bean bags and cushions, which have been scotch guarded, and I have some rolly chairs that will be something they can earn as a reward. They can sit at those. And this is just the back of the shelf that has extra books and things in the back. This laundry hamper has my big books in it, and I pull them out for like whole group lessons for science and social studies. Okay, there's our tooth tally chart. So when a student loses a tooth, there are little teeth in this pocket here. I can get one out. And then you can see I need to take the names off. These are just with Sharpie, so I can just erase it with nail polish remover, and I just put it up in the appropriate month, and we can use it for math. You know, how many more teeth were lost in December than in September, how many boys, how many girls, you know, the sky's the limits on your questions. There's our sink. Those are our snack trays and our craft trays. Since we don't have a lot of desks, we do a lot of work on the floor. I just hung up my pineapples, and those things up here, whoops, sorry about the jiggly camera. If I can get a hold of this, it would be great. Up here are lights, and I realized after I hung them that I need AA batteries, so I can't light them up for you right now, but I will show you another time. I'm going to get some today, so I'll light them up for you another time. These are spelling activities, all different kinds of spelling activities. These are math stations. I switch these out with these. I'm just trying to trade them back and forth. I have my extras for the month, for the year actually in there, so I can just trade them in and out. This has just random books that the students can read the first few weeks of school before they're allowed to pick out of the classroom library, because I want to teach them where everything goes and how we choose books and how we treat books and all of that before they're allowed to just go for it. These are just teacher supplies, like things that you get from your purchase order, like extra paper, extra pens, sticky notes, things like that. My clipboards and extra things like that. Paper bags. And then these two actually have my higher level guided reading books that not very many students will need. These will be levels K through O, and the end of reading level for first grade is I, so there won't be a lot of students that will be reading on these levels, but I'll probably have a couple. These are just some extra bins that I may need after the kids get here with their supplies. There's some of the little stuffies that I've received from students or gotten along the years. And here's some vowel drawers that I can use for phonics. Just some extra supplies back here, little decorations here, and some more teacher supplies. These are the drawers I got from Target. They kind of hold special things. This is the VIP drawer, and it has just things for our terrific kid for each week. And while I'm talking about it, here is my VIP table. This was a labor of love. That little skirt that goes around the table was tied with, I don't even know how many ties now because I lost count. I had to keep cutting more ties. But it's Velcroed on, and this is where my terrific kid will get to sit each week if they choose to. And then they can have a partner come over and read with them later or play a game with them. But they can do their work at this table. And this little bucket here, this little caddy, will have special supplies in it. I've gotten some special markers, some special pencils, special crayons, maybe some sticky notes will go in there. And I'll just, whatever I can find, I'll throw in some special stuff and probably a little treat too. So that's the VIP table. I'll show you this side of it. Tied some little strips to the chair too to kind of pull it together. All right, over here on top of my Target drawers, these came from Target also, they create and inspire. I've got my birthday straws and my birthday bags that you saw me putting together at home a few videos ago. This little folder holder, I guess for lack of a better word, holds extra copies of things, like from open house. If I need to put a packet together for a new student, I can do that. Or like bucket filler slips can go in there for me to copy them and grab them quick. Just stuff that I need easy access to that would be really easy to find. And then I put what makes a VIP up here. I wanted to put it kind of close to the table so we could reference that, and it just tells the characteristics of a VIP. Very important, pineapple. Here is my pencil bucket. These are the sharp pencils. These are the ones that need to be sharpened, and I've kept a completely not sharpened pencil on this side just so I can illustrate how they trade their pencils. They just come in the morning and take a sharp pencil, and when they need another sharp pencil, they bring their dull pencil and put it in this side and grab a new sharp one. I do not let students sharpen pencils because some of them, that's all they would do all day is turn pencils into nubs. This is something a student gave me a couple years ago. It's one of those flower pen things. See, these are all pens. That was really cute. This will hold like things from a counting jar or graphing or something later. There's just a pineapple dish I'm going to do something with in the future. These are my first day of school snacks. Here's my jitter mix. And then I have my jitter juice cups ready to go with the labels. And I have my sip sip hooray, it's the first day straws to go down into the cups later. So that'll be cool. I'm glad that's all ready. That's one less thing I have to think about. Here's just some extra things I've been using. This is my laminator I've used a few times. I've got an extra extension cord plug-in thing. Yeah, I can't think of the name of that right now because I'm very tired. Here's a 2-hole puncher, and I'll explain what that's for another time. It's for some papers that go on the bulletin board. Here is a long arm stapler for repairing books and for making books. Back here I brought my plants finally, so the cats can't eat them anymore. This is a bamboo plant, and that's a bamboo plant. And this is a succulent, kind of like, it's related to the cactus. And it needs a little TLC. One of my kitties has decided to take some snack bites off of that, so hopefully it can replenish itself here at school. Here I have some of these, I think they're called Candy Crush or Candy something, scented gel pens. I had to get them. And I can't remember where I got them. I think Target, probably. Okay, and then I also have some chalk markers in here. So these things are just for me, since they're back far by the window. These are just some markers I got at Dollar Tree, and they write really well, actually. And some of my colored Bic crystals. I love these. Then I have the pineapple decoration. There are my Scholastic book orders ready to go out. This holds tribal tickets, and we give tribal tickets for Pbis, and it's for being safe, respectful, or responsible. And then these go in a drawing, and the kids can win a t-shirt or some other things. There's my sign from my old classroom from the building that no longer even exists. These were stuck to the outside of our walls with Velcro. These were amazing in the old building. And our principal had the forethought to take them all down before the building was torn apart. So, and she saved them for us, which was really sweet. This is actually a set of bookends. So cool. I don't know for sure what I'm going to do with that at this point, but I'm sure I will think of something. So for right now, it's just kind of a decoration. This is some hot cocoa mix a student gave me. This is a candle a student gave me. This is a thing of candy a student gave me. There's my awesome Snoopy calendar that my husband gave me one time. These are picture frames that I made dry erase boards out of for all of my teammates for a gift for back to school a few years back. Here's my lamp. And this is the candle. It smells so incredibly good. I wish you could smell it. It is amazing. It came from Target. And there's a mirror that I put ribbon on. Here's the cool calendar that I showed in one of my hauls. Here's my little teacher toolbox that has stuff in it. This, I think, it's either going to be my magic wand or our talking stick. I'm not sure which. I'll have to decide. It may depend on what kind of personality my class has. I'll kind of gauge it by how they act the first few weeks of school, what that ends up being. Here's just a whole bunch of more supplies that I have. Markers and vis-a-vis and highlighters and scissors, punchers, smelly markers, Sharpies, all kinds of stuff. And then here's the back of this. I'll give you a long shot in a minute. There's my name. Some more of those pineapple lights. These are the lanterns I had before. This was a picture. This is a picture of my class last year for the gingerbread review. It was a musical when I had my foot surgery and wasn't able to be here. So I got the video of it and I got this awesome picture that I can keep forever. And then this picture back here was of my class a few years back that my PTA mom made for me and had all the kids sign. And so that's really cool and special. Over here I've got my Keurig and my cups and sweeteners and salt and pepper, things like that, kitchen-y stuff. And some lotion and some sanitizer back there in the corner. And then there's my tripod and my umbrella, my teacher bookshelf with some just students up there. And I have the read sign that's supposed to go right there, and I cannot find it for the life of me. I bought that before the other two, and I don't know what I did with it. I have looked all over the place, so hopefully I can find that and put it up there. But I noticed that the little letters fit perfectly on these bulletin board ledges, so I didn't have to try to figure out how to attach them to the wall. There is that sign that I got at Walmart that I showed in my haul. There's our mission statement right there for the school. And just some random stuff on my refrigerator. Here's my desk area. Over here, my Michael's drawers. These are going to be for writing. The writing units that we have to do for grade cards, and then the mini writing units that I got from Reagan Tunstall's store on TpT. And then this is going to be the morning work basket where I'm just going to have a short little 10-minute thing for the kids to do when they come in. One side will be language arts, the other side will be math. It'll be like 5 questions every day for each thing just to remember their skills. They'll turn that in and they'll go to centers. And then this is just my miscellaneous basket, things I need to copy, things I don't want to lose. Like right now I have my first day bus passes because every student that rides the bus has to have a bus pass with their name, their parents' name, parents' phone number, teacher's name, grade level, bus number, and directions to their house so that the bus driver knows for sure how to get them home. And then we have to attach labels to the kids with their name and bus number so that we don't lose children the first week of school. That will make us all feel better. Over here, I've got this chalkboard pineapple that I got at Hobby Lobby, and I'm not sure what I want to put on it yet. I have a Cricut, so I may make something that kind of looks like chalk to put on there. I'm not really sure yet. We start school in about less than a week. Today's Wednesday, and we start on Monday, so I have some time to think about it. I'm not really sure what to do on it. I might just put a face on it. That'd be kind of cute. And there's my little Aloha sign that I got at Hobby Lobby. And I just found this on TpT. This is a pineapple lamp that I got from Target.com, and then a parent gave me this little bee, and I realized there are like little, I don't know if you can see that underneath here. See the tops of the pineapple leaves? This hangs from those really nicely, so I just put that on there. I thought that was kind of cute. And here's another sign I got from Target, and a little picture I got from Hobby Lobby. A teacher friend made that for us as a back-to-school gift last year. Just miscellaneous supplies here. My pineapple Pbis cup that I found that was so cute. You can put hot or cold things in there, which would be great. This I got from TJ Maxx. And it's like a cutlery holder for picnics or whatever, but it works great for office supplies. But it's kind of got more personal things, and it's got like hand lotion and nail files and little things like that that I might want to get to. And then this is actually a taco holder, taco stand. But I thought it'd be cute to put my Post-its in, or like little notes from people that I don't want to forget about. Like if I need to do something, I can write myself a note and leave it there. This is just a little stand to hook things onto. This is where I put my lesson plans. You can kind of see like that. I have the first week done. Here is my read aloud chair. This is so super comfy. It was a birthday gift from my husband my first year of teaching 10 years ago. There's my little owl pillow that you've seen before. My nurse passes and my extra nurse passes. And then one of my Target pineapple pillows that I've Scotch guarded. So hopefully it stays clean fairly well. Let me move this out of the way. These are all of my back to school read alouds that I want to get through in the first month or so of school. They're all about character traits and social skills and being a good friend. This banner here, pineapples, came from Target. Over here, I've got my themed drawers, or my activities drawers for each month. And so they're all labeled. This is August and September. So it's all back to school stuff, safety things, apples, just the things you teach in August and September. And October has like monsters and pumpkins and spiders and owls and things like that. And so on and so forth. The one with the owls on it has read alouds in it that I want to read later. Up here just has some miscellaneous teacher things that I don't want to lose. There's my turtle for our turtle reports later. He doesn't fit in my writing drawer, so he's going to have to find a new home. There are the positive things about our class up here that we want to be. Here are supply drawers. They're all cleaned out, ready for new supplies to be put in, so we can put our extra supplies in these. Here's my schedule. This is just two of those dollar spot kind of pocket charts stuck together. Actually, it's three of those, sorry. 3 of the dollar spot pocket charts stuck together. I try to do an author study each month, and I'll show you my author study things in a minute. This is my kind of icebreaker get to know you cube. The student just gets to roll it, and then whatever it says, they get to answer it. My favorite TV show is, so they get to say, my favorite TV show is SpongeBob or whatever. Those are some of the activities I want to do on the first day. These are books from my Making Meaning series. The very first month or so of the books are pulled already for lessons. These are the Foundations tubs that have their magnetic letters and their whiteboard and their eraser and their marker in there. These are math strategies that as I teach, I have magnets on them now. I'm going to put them on the board up here so we can refer to them as we talk about them. You say, hey, let's practice this strategy. These are supposed to be my whiteboard markers, and I've never gotten them to work very well, the electronic ones, so I just kind of leave them there. There's markers for the board, and then smelly markers on the bottom to mark papers. There is our time capsule. On the first day of school, I have them fill out a time capsule sheet, and it's got things like your favorite color, food, pet, thing to do, all that kind of stuff. And then we put them in here, and then we open them the last day of school, and we see how much better we write and what has changed and what has stayed the same through first grade. Up on top, I have the rest of my 100-day doodlebug. And I'm planning on putting like a clothespin on each day so they can kind of track which day it is. This pineapple thing across the top, the banner thing or whatever, is a light set, and it needs batteries too, so I can't light it up for you right now, but I will later. There's the because, so that students remember to explain their thinking. I feel this way because, I think this because, the answer is for because, so that we're getting higher level thinking and deeper thinking. I don't know if you can see from the glare, but This is like the pineapple phrase. Be a pineapple, stand tall, wear a crown, be sweet on the inside. Here are my pineapple birthdays that I made. Here's the date. I made it lower this year so that a student could write the date maybe. It used to be way up at the top, right up here. And I actually had to stand on a step to get up there. So I think this will be low enough for a kiddo to reach, maybe. The math mission is like an extra math activity that they can do when they finish early. And that's from Kara Carroll, the first grade parade. So if you'd like to know more about that, you can check out her store or her blog at thefirstgradeparade.com. I believe it is. There are things about being an owl. I probably should change that to pineapples, but I still like owls. Here are the whole brain teaching rules, the 5 top rules. There's my stop sign for what voice level they should be using at the time. I found this kid's joke book when I was just unpacking stuff this summer, and I thought, oh, how fun would it be for the terrific kid to pick a joke every morning during morning meetings to read to the class and just start out with a laugh or a groan, depending on how bad the joke is. But I thought that would be a great way to start the day. Here is my step/stage that the students can sit on or they can stand on to reach things up higher. And I've got my pillows across so it's more comfortable. And those have been Scotch guarded, of course. There are my clipboards in there. I was thinking about using my Cricut and making a little clipboard sign to go across it because it's kind of blah right now. I might put something over there. I don't know. More foundations tubs. The math mission cards that go with this. They have a special notebook and they do little activities in their notebook and then they earn badges. So like I said, if you want to know more, go to Kara Carroll's website. It might be the firstgradeparade.blogspot.com. I'm not really sure. I'll try to link it below if I remember. Then just some supplies for the board. You know, I found this whole pack of markers when I was unpacking. I was so excited. It was like Christmas. Woo! So lots of whiteboard markers and erasers, and then the spray to clean the board. More markers. CDs, like learning CDs and listening CDs and just fun CDs. Like if we have a dance party or something, I have lots of Kids Bop in there. And some music that my daughter has outgrown, like Hannah Montana and things like that these kids would love. Here are brain breaks in this little thing with popsicle sticks, and they correspond to these. So, like, if they pick number 9, then I look at number 9 in here and go, oh, number 9 is, you know, jump up and down 12 times or whatever. Here is our Pbis Matrix. So it's got the language that we're supposed to use when we're talking to a student about their behavior and kind of reflecting with them. Here's some calendar pieces that go up around the calendar that I'll show you in a minute. These are my quiet critters. I didn't use these a lot last year, but you can give a student a quiet critter, and there are rules, like they can't manhandle it and they can't squish it. They can't play with it. They have to sit it next to them. They can pet it gently. They can't throw it because it would make the quiet critter sad, and the quiet critter would have to leave then. It would be too sad to stay. But if they're behaving well and they're working quietly, they could have a quiet critter sit next to them and listen to them and help them do their work. It would also be something great to read to. They just go gaga over those. Here is my calendar, mostly for the kids. We don't do a lot with calendar. It's not a Common Core standard anymore, and Missouri is not a Common Core state, but we have adapted Common Core standards to our Missouri learning standards, so they're very similar. But we do not have calendar time in first grade, but I still do a little bit with it because I think a student should be able to read a calendar. That's just a life skill that we should have. So there's just the components of the calendar, and there's a sign that I got from Target last year. There's my job chart, and the kids all have a pineapple card with their name, and there are 10 jobs each week. So 1 week they'll have a job, and 1 week they'll be on vacation. So they'll just rotate. There's my CD player and my activities drawers. That's where I put all my lesson materials for the week, so I can just pull out, like, everything for the first day of school that will fit is in here, you know, except our snack and things like that. But any activities that we're doing are in here. I can just make copies on Thursday or Friday of the previous week and just put them in here and get them ready. These used to hold our supplies like pencils and scissors and glue and things like that, but I think I'm going to make this my STEM station. Right now it just has scrap paper, and I've got some straws that I found in the bottom because I thought that sounds like a STEM type thing to me. So I'm not sure what is going to go in there. I have saved a lot of tissue boxes and paper towel tubes and toilet paper tubes and things, so I could fill it with those too, but we'll have STEM Fridays. We'll have to see how often that happens. Here is my fab Super Improvers wall. Let me get a better shot of that because it's kind of in the corner there. And it came from one fab teacher, which is why I added the fab. And I'm going to tell the kids where I got this. Sorry, my lamp's kind of in the way. But basically, it goes with whole brain teaching. And after the students fill up their dots with stickers for great behavior or whatever, and they get recognized for it, they get to take that card home and they move up. So they move up the chart through the year. And their goal is to get to the very top of the chart by the end of the year. So that's going to be awesome. There's my trampoline. Got that idea from Mr. Greg at the Kindergarten Smorgasboard. He does jumping activities in his morning meeting and through the day. And I did that last year and my kids loved it. So we're going to continue that. That's really fun. He's got some really cool little songs that he does with that and different math activities and spelling activities. So you can check out his website too at thekindergartensmorgasboard.com. All kinds of neat stuff there. He's also a TpT seller and has amazing resources for the classroom. So check him out. I have a lot of his things in my centers. And he does lots of differentiated centers, so you can make sure your kids are just at the right level. Okay, here is my guided reading table. And I have enough spots for 6 children. Here are my group drawers where I can keep their books and activities that they need to do to go along with their books, and my lesson plans for each group. And I have 6 drawers full of magnetic letters so we can spell words or chunks or whatever. I have a game here, a word game, word builder. And then the bottom, let me move the trash can out of the way. All right, at the bottom, I have places for games and the materials, like just the teacher materials, like not the testing materials, but I keep track of which books I send home with each student, what level it is, and what the date is and all that stuff, and if they've reread it or not reread it and things like that. So just paperwork stuff for me. And also like the stickers that go on the back of the leveled books and the library books. So I keep those. All right, here's the back of my reading table that just has some more supplies. I have word family drawers that I made up, and they have little foam pieces. Then another teacher toolbox, because this is way far away from my desk. It's on the other side of the room. So if I need something when I'm working with the group back here, I can just grab it out of there. There's another pencil sharpener, and then I've got, just basic teacher supplies back here. This is a little testing survival kit that I made all my teammates one year, and it's got things like gum and pencils, like nice mechanical pencils and nice erasers and a timer and things like that for when you're one-on-one testing a child for reading or sight words or whatever. You have all the things you need right there. It also has Tic Tacs if your mouth gets dry and some tissues, because sometimes we have to take our students out in the hall and then everything's all in one compact spot. You can just take it with you. I'll show you the top of that. I made these, gosh, probably about 5 or 6 years ago now. So it's just Mrs. Bond's testing survival kit. And I have given them like refill packets for these occasionally when I think they might need them. There's my reading glasses. I try to have them stashed all over the room so I can see better. All right, we're going to be bucket fillers again this year. I used to do bucket filling and then I kind of got away from it because it was taking too much time, but I think it's really important, and so I'm going to start it again. So I found this super cute little bucket at Walmart for like 97 cents, and I thought, oh, that's perfect for bucket filling. And these are the little bucket filling posters that you can get from one fab teacher on her TpT store. They are free, and it just tells different ways that students can be bucket fillers. I just put a command hook here this morning. You can tell the shelf has been with me since the beginning of time. And their little bucket filling cards are right here. And I put them here because after they write something to a student, I want them to put that bucket filling paper in the student's cubby that they wrote to so they can get mail in their mailbox. Here are my filing cabinets, and they're not super cute to look at, so I covered them up with a pocket chart that students could do as a center. And then this is a word family pocket chart. And I need to find the pieces for that because I've not used that for several years, and I'm not sure where I packed those pieces away. So we'll have to see. There's a calendar, and there's some craft supplies like with pipe cleaners and googly eyes and just little doodads that you might use occasionally. And then up here is our snack bin. It just has some random snacks in it right now. Up here are my author study books and the little animals that go with them. And so it starts beginning of school, so August/September, and then it goes all the way through the school year. There's December and January, February, March, April, and then ending in May with Eric Carle. And then these are my storage cabinets that has the word wall on it. And I have about the first half of the sight words on the word wall now, so students can reference them when they write. These are student cubbies, and they're all ready for open house and back to school, and I'll show you that later. Here's that. Here are my leveled books, and I talked about this, but I didn't show it, I don't think. So I've got levels A and B, and then C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, and I've got some phonics games and word games I can play with groups. And here's my light box. I don't know if I lit it up last time I showed it, but I can find the, maybe, find the switch. Okay, there we go. These little things are made by a TpT seller, and I'll have to think of her name. I can't think of it right now, but I'll link it below. She makes the printables for that, where you can print them on transparency paper or transparency film, and then put them in your light box. This is a Heidi Swapp light box, and I will give you the link. I will try to remember. I'll do my best so that you can go to her TpT store, and she explains all about it. It's fabulous. These little things here are from Target, and they light up. They're like little flickery candle thingies. And I'll have to shut this off so that you can see this. There's a little switch on the bottom. Okay, these were in the dollar spot. I don't know if you can tell they're flickering, but yeah, there you go. So I thought that would be nice to shut all the overhead lights off and just turn on the lamps and little lights like this around the room during writing time to make it more cozy. Things like that. Okay, over here, my brag tags. I'm kind of proud of this. This took forever. It was a labor of love. There are over 64 brag tags because some of them have a girl and a boy brag tag in them. So they're in the same drawer. But there are tons. And they go kind of in order of the year. Like the very top 2 rows are going to be expectations that we want our students to show us through the year, like walking in line quietly, keeping our hands to ourselves, being a good listener, being a good friend, things like that. And then it goes down to citizenship traits that we recognize in our school once a month. So, and then birthday and losing a tooth and doing great in the cafeteria or at centers or recess or the bus or specials, doing great writing, great reading, great math, things like that. Then these are my Friday Fun Club materials here. I've got Legos and Lincoln Logs and other building things for the students to play with it's about 25 minutes. These are some math things here. There is a rug with a city on it with a road on it that students can drive on with their little cars. So yes, fun things for them to do. It's just like a reward for working hard. I'm back around to this part of the room again. These are my word work baskets. They have little games that you can play with a partner. And then here are my work cards. So they'll get a punch in their card every time they do a paper when they finish the paper. And once they fill that card up, they get to choose out of the treasure chest. And then there's my recycle box underneath. And then one of the jobs I have in my class job chart is the recycler, and they and the custodian can take this recycle box out the door and just down around the corner here, just like 10 feet, and dump it in the recycle bin. And I think that is my whole tour. Here is my classroom. I think I'm ready for kiddos. Everything seems to be in order. I've got all my materials ready for the first week of school, and so we should be ready to go. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.